Shalom. All praise and glory and honor goes to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and blessing to the elect. This is another edition of GMS News and Prophecy. And I actually have a number of articles that I want to go into and look at. I'm not going to read them all. I actually just read a couple of headlines. Basically, the topic is basically the fact that World War III or the War of Armageddon is here. You know, it's on the horizon. You know, as far as all these different nations actually warring. But we're here. You know, we're at the point to where these prophecies in the scriptures of World War III and the War of Armageddon are manifesting themselves. It's just a matter of time until the conflicts actually unfold. 2018, the year of prophecy. It has been we're already 6 months in. Halfway through. We're getting ready to go into the 7th month. So things are moving quickly. Prophecies are happening a lot faster. And we're just coming into the time of the destruction of Esau's kingdom. It's happening faster and faster, man. It's inevitable. America being destroyed, World War III, the nuclear missiles being shot off, the deliverance of the Israelites is going to be soon. Okay, it's going to be soon, man. All right. So, like I said, I have a couple articles here. And like I said, the War of Armageddon, World War III, is we're at that point, man. Okay, so this first article is from indepthnews.net, and it reads here. It says, "World peace eludes, nuclear Armageddon looms," and this just goes to show you and goes to prove that we're not in a time of peace, man. All right, we're not in a time of peace. Okay, we're in a time of war. All right, and let me get these scriptures. Because it's imperative that we bring these out, because this denotes the time period and the state of the world that we're in. Okay, so let me get this in Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. Okay, Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and 8. It says, "A time to love and a time to," matter of fact, I'll just read the first verse. It says, "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven." And one of those times and seasons and purposes is a time of war and peace. And I'm going to read it. So this is verse 8. It says, "A time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace." Okay, so going back to this article, it says world peace eludes. So we're not in a time of world peace. Okay. It says nuclear Armageddon looms, because that's how the War of Armageddon is going to be fought. It's going to be waged with nuclear weapons, ICBM, intercontinental ballistic nuclear missiles. Okay. So we're not in a time of peace. World peace is far from the horizon right now. We're in a time of war. All right. I'm just going to read some of this, and then I'm going to get the rest of the headlines. But this is just to draw out the point. It says, "Lately we have seen a barrage of international conflicts that have severely undermined the United Nations' efforts to maintain peace and security." Okay? Because this is Yahweh Bashmi Yahweh Shai bringing the spirit of war in the earth. Okay? Through these other nations. It says, "The British Prime Minister Theresa May, in total disregard for the noble British norm innocent until proven guilty, rushed to accuse Russia of trying to poison the Skripals and provoke an unprecedented ouster of 151 Russian diplomats from the UK, US, and EU that the Russians dutifully reciprocated. All right, because earlier this year you had a number of different diplomats being, you know, pushed out of these different countries. You know, it says May also rush to blame the Syrian government for unverified chemical weapons attack and instigated U.S., which is Babylon the Great, America, the U.K., and France to launch an illegal missile attack on Syria. It says also adding fuel to the fire are Israel's indiscriminate violation of Syrian sovereignty on the pretext of Iranian infiltration, the moving of the U.S. embassy to Jerusalem that fueled violence on the Israel-Gaza border that has killed over 100 and injured thousands of Palestinians, and the Saudi bombing and embargo on Yemen that starves millions to death. The uncertainty is further fueled by United States President Donald Trump's withdrawal from the Iranian nuclear deal and the recent cancellation of the U.S.-North Korea summit, which I believe they actually had just met. Okay, Kim Jong-un or Jong-un and Trump just, they had that cunning moment where they shook hands earlier this week. Okay, but then Scripture also says too, in Thessalonians, when they shall say peace and safety, then come a sudden destruction. All right, I'm gonna get that. It says, according to the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, countries around the world spent $1.7 trillion on arms in 2017, which for sure will not trigger peace. So we're not in a time of peace, man. Okay, we're not in a time of peace. Yahweh Bashan Washai has a purpose, man. Okay. And I'm going to get these scriptures. Let's go to the book of 2 Thessalonians. Let's see. What might be first Thessalonians. Matter of fact, let me just make sure I got it right. Okay. All right. 1 Thessalonians. 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. All right. So when they say that peace and safety is in the air and they're shaking hands and we're trying to make these deals, sudden destruction is getting ready to come, and we're seeing that travail of a woman with child coming in the earth through, these different skirmishes and these different events that's leading us closer and closer to nuclear war. Okay. Let's see. All right. So that was this article. Okay. Let's see. Now, like I said, I had a couple of headlines. This is from the KASHMIRreader.com, and his headline, playing the Iranian card is a preparation for Armageddon. Okay? And this is where we're at. Okay? Because Trump had withdrawn from the Iranian nuclear deal, and that's just fueling the fire between America and Israel, and then you got Russia and Iran, which in the scriptures is Persia. Okay, Russia's Gog and Magog. Trump with America, that's Babylon the Great. That's Babylon, and all these forces have to come together to fight, man. Okay, like I said, I'll make this quick. This is from PressTV.com. NATO chief says alliance won't defend Israel in case of Iran attack. Because so now Israel wants to basically go into Iran, attack Iran, because they got resources like oil and things like that would be useful, for these so-called Jews to get their hands on, And their influence in the Middle East will basically be solidified. They just need to go into Iran. All right, the Rothschilds, the elites of Esau, they need to do something to gain a foothold in this region. That's why all these wars are springing up over there. Okay, but now it says NATO won't defend Israel, because all these countries in Europe and that's a part of NATO, they're moving away from their alliance with America and Israel. America and Israel are going to be on an island all by themselves, pursuing the prophecy. Scripture says that they shall hate the whore. Okay, so even America's own allies, all right, they're going to hate America as well, and especially these Jewish people, man. Okay, they're not going to be backed by these countries because that's because they have involvements and things with these different governments that's going to hurt them. Okay. Let's see what else. Right. Let's see. Here you have here. This is just going more into the nuclear weapons. It says, and this is from the businessinsider.com. The U.S. still keeps hundreds of nuclear weapons on hair trigger alert. Here's what it means and why it's a huge risk. So this is the time we're in, man. Okay. We're in the time of nuclear weapons. Okay. Nuclear missiles. All right. That is going to be that is going to be used to wage war in the earth. This is from the New York Magazine. It says this is what a nuclear bomb looks like. If America is attacked, the strike probably won't come from North Korea, and it would be even scarier than we imagine. Okay, I'm just going to read some of this. Let's see. I'm gonna read down here. It says, if you felt a new shiver of nuclear fear over the past year, you're not alone. The Bulletin of the Atomic Scientist has moved its doomsday clock to within 2 minutes of midnight, closer than it has been since the height of the Cold War. So we're 2 minutes to midnight, meaning we're at that point where nuclear war is getting ready to just take over the earth. It says in January, when a state employee in Hawaii mistakenly triggered an emergency alert warning that a ballistic missile was inbound, many islanders raced to take shelter and unite with their loved ones, believing they were only minutes away from utter devastation. So this is the fear in the earth right now. Okay? Nuclear war being waged in the earth. Okay? This is from Newsweek.com. Which countries have nuclear weapons? Okay. It says there are 9 countries in the world known to have arsenals of nuclear weapons: Russia, the U.S., France, China, the U.K., Pakistan, India, Israel, and North Korea. All right. And a lot of these other countries are doing deals. These smaller countries are doing deals with these major countries to get nuclear weapons or develop missiles. Okay? So it's just a matter of time before things get out of hand. Okay? All right, I read this one. All right, now this is from Express.co.uk. It says World War III. Benjamin Netanyahu says Israel will destroy Syria if Iran does not withdraw. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has declared that Syrian President Bashar al-Assad is no longer immune and has threatened to carry out direct strikes against the Syrian regime if Iranian forces are not withdrawn from Syria. Okay? So this is the time we're living in, man. Okay? There's no peace, man. Okay, there's no peace. I'm going to read Isaiah 57:21. All right. It says, there is no peace. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at verse 20. It says, but the wicked are like the troubled sea. And who's the wicked? Starting with Esau, He's the wicked, but then you have these other wicked nations. Okay. It says, but the wicked are like the troubled sea when it cannot rest, whose waters cast up mire and dirt. There is no peace, right? You know, and these other nations, all they do is cause turmoil in the earth, man. So verse 21 said, there is no peace, saith my power, to the wicked. So there's no peace to these wicked nations out here, man. Okay? Yahweh Shai is gathering these other nations together to wage war. Okay? I'm going to read up. This is Isaiah 13 and 4. It says, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the hosts of the battle. This is the kingdoms being gathered together by who? Yahweh Bashmi Shai. It says they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even Yahweh Bashmi Shai, because Yahweh Shai and the chariots, the so-called UFOs, are going to make their grand entrance to destroy these other nations, all right, and save the elect of Israel. It says, and the weapons of his indignation, which are these ICBMs, to destroy the whole land. How ye, for the day of Yahweh Bashmi Shai is at hand, it shall come as the destruction from the Almighty. And that's what's coming, man. A destruction. Okay? I got one last scripture. 2nd Esdras 16. Because we've been mentioning, Syria and America and these other countries like North Korea. So this is 2nd Esdras 16 and 1. It says, woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Okay? What you got America in the news right now, that's Babylon. You got Asia starting with North Korea, China. It says, woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Okay? I just read that that article with dealing with World War III. Benjamin Netanyahu is threatening to strike Syria if the Iranians don't move out. You know? It says, gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair, bewail your children, and be sorry, meaning mourn, meaning be fearful. It says, for your destruction is at hand. And that's what's coming, man. Destruction. All right? You know? That's what's coming to these other nations, man, especially America. All right? The whole land is going to be destroyed. Okay? But with that, I'm going to end it there. Hope I was edified. This has been GMS News and Prophecy. Just more information, headlines, and articles on what's going on in the world. The different news outlets. We're here, man. Okay? So I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakah Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Until the next time, I say, Shalom.